Do, do, do. Knock, knock. Somebody better tune in. That's all I have to say. I'm watching The Bachelorette. So we'll wait and see. Oh, right. I started early. So. Oh, hey, somebody's there. I can't see a chat. Sorry, I'm trying. I don't know. Say something if you're there, please, so I know if I can see the chat. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, how's it going? I'm glad you're here. I'm literally sitting here watching The Bachelorette. So, yeah, I was thinking that, um, so I saw this thing. So I saw this thing on, and when more people come, if more people come, um, well, either way, if you hang out, I'm gonna make some cookies. So I'm gonna make some no bake cookies because I don't have any ice cream, and I, and they're really easy to make. But I'll be here. Um, but I was gonna say something other than that. Oh yeah, so I saw this movie that somebody recommended. I forget what it was called. It was what the hell is his name? Stephen Fry. So Stephen Fry did a documentary um, about his life with, like, it was a while ago. So it was his life with, they call as a manic depressive is what they called it then. This was before they called it bipolar disorder, I guess. I don't know, or it was in the UK, so maybe it may be because it was different. I don't know, but one of the questions was, do you regret having bipolar disorder? So I asked Reddit, and they were they were like interesting responses. Um, but do you guys regret having bipolar disorder? Anyone? Anyone? See, it's a really stupid question because, like, ow, how, like, regret implies that you did something. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this. But so okay, so I don't know what happened here. I'm trying to fix this thing for the. Oh, there it is. I can do it. Oh, I did it. But regret implies that, like, you somehow made a decision, and, like, it's not a decision. Rotate to, oh, I guess it has to be that way. Does it come across like that? I don't know if, like, if I wish I was born without bipolar disorder. I really do. I, because regret's a stupid word. Regret implies like you have some kind of power over it. I don't know why anyone would say, like, we regret to inform you that, um, yeah. So personally, sometimes I feel like I've seen parts of the world that, or I've seen the world in a way, in my mania, I've seen it in a way that most people would never understand. I feel like I know things about about, okay, so like I feel bad that I have mental illness too. Like I hurt all my family and stuff like that. And like, I've dealt with like so many different things, like, food issues and, which is ongoing. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't think that I would be as compassionate to, I don't know. I think I would still be compassionate. I see, you don't know. You don't know how you would be if you weren't designed a certain way. Um, I don't know. Put the ketchup away. So I will show you guys, I'll show you guys how to make cookies, no-bake cookies. I don't know. So I guess there's 6 of you there. So, hey! Beautifully broken. I love that screen name. Seeing it first person gives you so much more depth to understand. My husband's on there, everybody. Say hi to my husband, Jeff. Anxiety is really hard. Really, really hard. Because then you can't do anything. You're just like debilitated. But yeah, I'm going to make like cookies in the slowest possible way while I talk to you guys. And I'll do tricks in the process. So I'm going to make, these are like oatmeal peanut butter cookies. These are organic oats from a place called Ethical. And they, like, you bring in your containers so you don't have to waste packages and stuff, and you just fill it up. It's really interesting. So I'm going to put 2 cups of these in here. What's up, Hugo? Hugo Lebel? I guess you can't tell me how to say that because I can't hear you. So yeah, so if you're just getting here, we're talking about, do you regret having bipolar disorder, which was a theme in a Stephen Fry documentary that I saw on YouTube. And again, like I said, that's a really stupid question because regret implies that you had some sort of control over it happening in the first place. But yeah, so I was saying I wish I didn't have mental illness, but I do still feel like I've seen parts of the world that most people will never see. They'll never see it. They'll never see it in a light that is, there's really dark ass shit that happens in the world, like really dark stuff. But then like just being out of your mind, like, is so traumatic and so horrible. But then if you are like, when you're out of your mind, like that's an entirely different experience. Looking back and while it's happening, it's horrifying. And looking back, it's horrifying. But the experience of having your brain go to a different place. So somebody left a message that was held for review, which YouTube sometimes does that. So I don't know if it's something that was typed or what, but it might have been spam. Maybe that's why. So yeah, okay, back to this. 2 cups of oats. These cookies have peanut butter and chocolate. Check this out, you guys. This is really bad. This is really good. This is literally peanuts and salt. And this is sugar hydrogenated vegetable. It even has something called rapeseed oil. No one should ever be eating anything called rapeseed oil. That's to prevent separation. But why? Like, this separates, but you just stir it up. So yeah, this stuff's really good. You guys should try it. If you've never had like real peanut butter, like Jif or Skippy or whatever, then you are likely used to a totally different kind of peanut butter. But if you try it, you'll love it. It's so good. But it makes the other stuff taste like peanut butter frosting. So, okay, so 2 cups of oats. And another little lecture about food. This is cocoa, and this is cacao. Yeah, right. If you knew how often I cooked, Nancy, I'm not that useful around the house. Just ask my husband. Oh yeah. Hey babe, if you're still there, Nancy called you a saint. He's always throwing that in my face. Like, he like literally, like if he sees a comment like that, he'll say something. Okay, so next I'm gonna do, and then this too, this is maple syrup, and its ingredients are organic Vermont maple syrup. So like, it's maple syrup. It's not the stuff that has like corn syrup and all that other crap in there. Yeah, he has to remind me that he is a saint for being with me, which kind of like made me mad the other day, but I don't know. So I was going to tell you guys the difference between cocoa and cacao. It tastes almost the same. Aww. But it tastes almost the same, right? But cacao is it tastes the same, okay? Cacao is a superfood. Cocoa, they just take the super out of it and like process it more. So it's just food, not a superfood. And this stuff is really tasty too. So I think I'm going to do like a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. No, that's a lot. I'll do 3 tablespoons. So then, oh, I did it wrong. I should have mixed this first. So basically you mix the peanut butter and the chocolate and the oats, and then that's it. And it's really, oh no, the maple syrup and the peanut butter and the oats. Okay, so like the maple syrup, I'm going to do like, you're supposed to do this all separate though. I'll just do like this. I'll put a half a cup in here. So anyway, this show, this guy who Stephen Fry, this was a theme that you know, people would still want to be bipolar or whatever. And the answer on Reddit when I asked was overwhelmingly, hell no, I wish I didn't have this mental illness. Which is good. So you gotta mix this together. And then, that's the oats. And so basically that's all you do is mix that crap together. Peanut butter. It's really, really good, you guys. And then like, because it's summer and because it's hot, like you don't want to turn on your oven. So like you don't have to, you know, Chanel better show up because she kept saying, do a live, do a live, do a live. And I don't see you there yet, Chanel. So if you're there, you better say something because you're supposed to be here. Who knows? Maybe she's busy. So I want to hear from you guys. Like I'm doing this live. Tell me who would want to be born with or without a mental illness. Or we'll move on to a question. Does anybody have any questions? Anyone? Bueller? About the cookies, even? Some people are just really good at like coming up with stuff. I feel like, you know, if you guys really knew me, I'm pretty boring like most of the time. And I like hang out with myself and my animals most of the time. That's pretty much what I do. So you're supposed to use quick oats for this, but I didn't have any, so I just used regular oats. So I think I'm just gonna put a little bit extra maple syrup because then it will like soak in more. So yeah. So then you put them in the fridge, and like the peanut butter just gives it like that little like, I don't know, like kind of like fudge texture. But hey, Jeff, aren't you glad I'm making these cookies at home when you're not here? So my husband's not home right now. He's training at UCLA or doing something for his job, some kind of thing. But you don't, oh, this one? It's pretty good. It's really good. These are my favorite cookies, actually. My favorite. And they're technically healthy because, like, they're oats, right? Oats are healthy. And then, like, peanut butter is just peanuts. That peanut butter is just peanuts. And I didn't use sugar. I used, like, real maple syrup. So let me answer super committee first. Well, so like, of course, like if you're hearing voices, they're gonna affect you. Okay, so like I don't know what schizoaffective is like, and I actually asked my psychiatrist if I had it one time because, you know, I just wanted to be sure. I've been misdiagnosed so many times with so many different things. So so I'm not, but I do have this really weird thing happen to me. So I feel like I can see what you're saying. And it happens so seldom, but it does happen. And it's like a thought will go into my head and it won't come from anywhere or it's like it's not my own thought. It's really, really weird. And it's really quick too. It's like one word or something. Like one time it was Africa. Like I was just doing something and all of a sudden I heard like in my head Africa, and it was weird. So I don't know. I don't know what schizoaffective is like, but yeah, I was really, really scared when I heard voices. Like really scared. So do you feel you're in a very mild depression? I don't think that your meds are working properly. It's not my job to diagnose. But I can tell you my thought. When I was on a medication that was not working for me, I felt like I wasn't in my own body. Like totally numb, like that numb feeling. Sometimes you can feel that way situationally, though. Of course, that's why I'm doing this. I actually really, it's nice to be able to talk to you guys because, you know, I'm usually just talking to the camera, and to like actually be able to talk to you guys is super cool. But yeah, there was a medication I was on in it, so I do understand that feeling. It wasn't the right medication. When I'm in a euthymic state, like it's not depressed and it's not like super super hyper or anything like that. I feel like people with bipolar disorder type 2 cycle a lot more. So they go into in and out of depression, depression mania, depression mania, depression mania. So like I feel like people with bipolar disorder too have a really hard time even knowing what happiness or normalness feels like. And when I got on medication, I think it was like 4 months after I was on medication. No, because I had already moved here. So it was probably like a year. The cat and Sebastian are fighting for the kitten. It's pretty messy, this thing. Um, But yeah, I actually went to the doctor like probably a year after I'd been on medication, and I said, am I manic? Am I hypomanic? I don't know what happiness feels like or what it's supposed to feel like. And it's not that I've never been happy my whole life. It's just that there's like this identity crisis too that I've never actually talked about on my channel, but it's, I guess I've kind of talked about my feelings that come from it, but because you have these different experiences where you're like basically a different person and you have no control over it. So then it's almost like you're two people because the one person is not you at all. So you end up with like, yeah, sometimes definitely you can have dual diagnosis. Hi, Carol. Did I say hi to everybody in there? If not, hi, if I missed you. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. I think I did something wrong. Like, I don't think I added enough peanut butter. I would give up my bipolar disorder in a heartbeat. My highs are too high for anything artistic, productive, too. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if you could get shit done? There are people who, like, responded to that question on, oh, hey, Michael. I was answering your question already, but, there were people who were like, and they take some of the comments down. So this is a bipolar thread on Reddit that I'm talking about. Just a sec. Okay. You should do this recipe with quick oats. That's why I'm having so much trouble. But once I put these in the refrigerator and stuff, and they've sat there for a while, they'll be good. I don't want tinnitus, but I do like the idea. Okay. I love tinnitus, but like I absolutely love it because I feel it as like an energy. So what was I saying? Yeah, there were people on the Reddit thread who were saying, like, well, okay, so I don't know if I said this, but they'll remove a comment in the bipolar thread, like they have a monitor, and they'll remove a comment for like somebody romanticizing hypomania, and that was on a different question. I have a video about that if you haven't seen it and you're interested. Is anybody gonna make these cookies? If you are, let me know because they're really tasty. I always think about doing more recipes on my channel, but I have so much going on as it is. I'm gonna try and do a collab, and I just noticed when I signed up to do a live that you can do a live with another person on YouTube. So I'm gonna see if Jess from Our Bipolar wants to do a live, and then it's not so awkward because we'll actually be talking about something. But this was just, you know, like, I don't really have anything planned. I just, you know, and Chanel still hasn't showed up, or if she has, she's been quiet, so. Oh well. I did a live. She kept asking, and so I did a live, and if she's not here, that's gonna be disappointing. This is really not going well. You guys hold on, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I want to eat all this stuff off my fingers, but I don't want to do it in front of the camera. Like, it's not that kind of show. So funny. Not that this is a show. I'm just joking. Oh my God. Let me show you guys my kitten. I won't be rude. I'll just wash it off. Okay. look at this. She's insane. Oh, I know, right? My poor neighbor. Check her out. Can you guys see her? Hold on. Wait. Do I have it? Can you see the couch? Summer! Did you see her? Summer! Let me see. You must have been able to see her. Anyway, she's cuckoo. She's insane. Yeah, so if you don't know about that situation, there's a video all about it, but my neighbor is in jail. Her dog keeps having diarrhea, so I'm a little bit worried about him. Her cat let me touch her, but she also hissed and swung at me another time. So I don't know, maybe her cat would get adopted. Who knows? But yeah, she's had a mental breakdown. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this. I went into her place to know she's just a kitten. She's insane. Like this, all she does is that madness. Chase her tail, and she harasses Sebastian like crazy. My little Chihuahua, or mutt or whatever. You know, my little. He just got mad. He just got mad at her. What? So she's playing. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Tiffany is in jail. You know, her aunt was supposed to call me today. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. I went in her apartment and I found her pills and I counted them, and she hadn't even taken one. She had a prescription for trazodone and a prescription for Abilify and Prazosin. So, and she hadn't taken any of her medications. And so it's such a problem. And I don't know, like, I really think there's something inside your brain that tells you that's insane. You're sick. Do not take those pills. It's really like, yeah, there's the anosognosia, but there's really something powerful that prevents you from recognizing you have a mental illness sometimes. I mean, she also has drug issues, but I mean, it wasn't just that I was misdiagnosed repeatedly. It was that didn't, even when I wasn't sick, I thought I just had a breakdown. Like, I knew something was wrong with me, but I thought I had just had like a mental breakdown. I didn't think that I really had those things that they were saying that I had. And then when you're in hypomania or whatever, you just don't even know. You don't even know you're sick. So anyways, yeah, Tiffany, my neighbor who's in jail and psychotic, I'm watching her dog, and I called her aunt, and I was supposed to talk to her aunt today, but she hasn't called me. So her aunt has given up on her. Like, it's not that I don't think she's given up on her. I think it's that she is to a point where she can't handle it anymore. Like afraid of the actual diagnosis. My advice would be to someone that needs to get diagnosed but is afraid to take that step, is that you should be more afraid of not taking that step, because it will completely destroy your life over and over again, and it will damage your family members. It will damage. I have a relative who's in a relationship with someone with children, and their mother has mental health issues like bipolar disorder, and the kids go over there and she sleeps all day. And so she's not only affecting herself, she's affecting her children because of her mental illness. And it's life or death. Like, if you have a mental illness that is making you feel suicidal, or that is making you be manic, or you know, have extreme anxiety or whatever, there's like a better way to live, like way better. but it is a real pain in the ass finding the right medications and dealing with doctors and dealing with psychiatrist appointments and then payments because, shit is expensive. Like, we have good insurance, but I mean, it's expensive. But the point is, I guess, before I lose my thought, you could die. Like, I almost died. How many times did I almost die? I don't even know. I almost got shot in my second episode. I don't talk about that because that's a rough memory. I was around people that could have really hurt me. I was run over by a car, and it's a miracle that I survived. I wasn't just hit by a car. I was run over by a car, like from behind. Like, I was walking blacked out in a psychotic episode, and a car came from behind me in a parking garage and drove completely over my body. And I talk about it in many other videos. But yeah, it's life or death. You have to get diagnosed. And getting diagnosed makes it so much easier because once you have an answer, then you can do something about it. If you're just sitting there and there's so much shame in it too. Like, I remember feeling like ashamed that these things had, like, because I was, doing really well. I had my first manic episode at 17 or 16, and by the time I'd gone to college, I was doing really well. Like, I had a job and everything. Yeah, it's really hard to get people to see a therapist. A therapist is hard. A psychiatrist is not as difficult because a psychiatrist you go to and they basically prescribe medication. So you have like one appointment with them. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like, but it is hard. Like, for me, it's really hard after being diagnosed because then it's like all this stuff that was happening in my life finally started like making sense. Things that I had done, like ways that I had acted, finally, but it wasn't comfortable. It was really uncomfortable to know that. So, okay, this is what the cookies look like. They're done. And I'm going to eat off my fingers. And I will put them in the refrigerator. Ooh. They're so good. So good. Okay, I'll be right there. Somebody just typed something I saw. I don't know if, okay. I did it. I made it fit. Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think about Britney? Anybody have any thoughts about Britney Spears? I think if you have a really bad experience with medication, it makes it really difficult. People forget how hard it is for people to get on the right medication. You know what? It's funny that you say that because about the almond butter, because I have an entire like container of almond butter and I was gonna like try with both, but I don't know. Remember her as someone who was crazy. Soon they'll realize you just don't want it to be too late. So, Yeah, I think that her family really like did a number on her, which sucks because like, and then like, oh, just like the shitty stuff like her ex did going on that freaking interview and everything. Oh, she has a book coming out. Brittany has a book coming out. Super excited about that. I'm not gonna read it. I feel like she has bipolar disorder and she's in and out of mania, so I don't know. Parchment paper. Back. How's the weather out there, you guys? What's up with the weather? You know how it is here? It's not that bad. Last year it was pretty bad, but in Long Beach it's not that bad this time around. You're in LA? I didn't know you were in LA. That's awesome. Yeah, Long Beach isn't that bad. It's right here. I think we've had a few days over 80, but well, not where I'm at. I'm like it's called like Alamitos Beach, but it's Long Beach. But it is closer to water than like certain like off the 605 and stuff. But yeah, it's been really weird. So like for 4 years when I lived here, there was no rain whatsoever. Oh my God. Yeah. In Florida, does it smell bad? Like if you've gone to the beach? Because when I was in Tulum, the seaweed bloom was so disgusting. Like, and I felt so bad because we were staying at a shitty hotel when we were there. So I like not shitty, but like a cheap hotel. And then we went to a different place further down. I think it was Puerto Morales. And but in Tulum is a big tourist spot, so there were all these fancy resorts right on the water, and it stank so bad from the sargassum bloom. And it was like covering the entire beach. It was really bad. But yeah, it's the weather's weird, right? They say that the Earth is gonna be is on track for the hottest day ever, like the entire world, which is kind of interesting. Oh, yeah, and then like a half an hour ago, get this. Did you get this? Beautifully broken. I got a yeah, it's really bad. It's like rotten egg. Like it smells so gross. It just smells like sewer. It's horrible. And they say that it's not poisonous, but the stuff in the sargassum is poisonous. Like the little microorganisms that live in there. And I got impetigo after going in that water, so I do not know. But yeah. Oh, right. So I got a message from California Social Services that said where to call if you're in an area that needs, if you need a cool down area. So apparently they have cool down areas for like the really, really hot places. You know what I just thought of is a Gentle Barn in Santa Ana. They have all those animals. Um, they have, it's a farm sanctuary and it gets really hot out there. I hope all the animals are okay. But yeah, so it's been about 40 minutes. Does anybody have any questions about, I guess we could talk about triggers. I was going to do a video. Hey, you are there. What's your honest opinion of OnlyFans? Okay, so I haven't gone on OnlyFans, but I have heard that it is a place to sell your images. So yeah, I mean, that's to each their own. I don't, my husband's like, you should open an OnlyFans. And I'm like, why? But I don't want one. I don't know. I guess I would have to look into it. But I know that Raw Sammy has one. So I don't know what she does on there. But yeah, I think you have to pay for it though. Like, if there's live streams on there, like, I think you have to pay for it and stuff. Like, you guys don't have to pay for this, so. Why? Should I do OnlyFans? Just kidding. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna? Oh, triggers. Yeah, triggers. Let's talk about triggers. We were talking about nobody really. Only one of you guys said they would give up. Nancy said she would not want her bipolar disorder. Um, is there anyone? Oh, oh. I get like really choked up when you guys say stuff like, you know, when a friend is like going to learn about bipolar disorder for another friend. It really like, I don't want to get emotional. You guys know how I am, but it really like, it's not a lot of people are willing to do that. So it reminds me that there's good people on the planet, because friends are few and far between, like very far between. And then like you'll even have like girls who think they're like really popular, right? And then like they find out like they're not, like nobody's like really actually their friend. um but yeah, so it's cool when loved ones, and especially friends, are looking to understand about what their friend is going through. And I mean, really, anybody that's trying to learn about bipolar disorder, whether you're affected by it or not, chances are you will be at some point in time, because a lot of us, they say less than 3% of us have bipolar disorder. But here's an interesting fact I just thought of. So this is crazy, okay? This is a crazy story. Don't clock out now, because this is a crazy story. One day I'm in my apartment and I hear, like, I look outside and there's like a coroner or something. I don't even know what it is. It's like some hazmat weird thing, right? And I thought like it was somebody for Tiffany, my neighbor that I'm trying to help. And I don't think anything of it. I just like kind of mind my own business. I even see I see this lady, because I see them, the the ambulance people come in with a stretcher, and but I didn't see them come out. And so, okay, so get this. One of the neighbors died inside her apartment, and nobody knew until one of the other neighbors complained about the smell. And the crazy thing is like she was a hoarder, so they called the cops, and the cops came and they opened her door, and he like kind of peeked in and was like, "Oh, it's just a hoarder." And they're like, "No, you have to go in more." And he's like, and so my husband's like, "How did you not smell that?" Because it's like a dead body smells horrible, and she had been in there long enough to really start stinking for somebody to call. But it's just so sad, you know, like what a horrible thing to die like that. But what blows my mind is because I've been watching this show on YouTube, called Hoarders. It's an A&E show. Have you guys seen that? And it's really, you know, hoarding is a mental illness. It's a disorder, and it affects far more people than bipolar disorder. It affects a lot of people have this hoarding disorder. And it blows my mind that people would be so attached to material things. It's just crazy. It just, oh, I see what happened. Um, Sorry, I was looking at something and then I lost my train of thought. So that's cool that YouTube shows my videos to like people in this area, because I was on, there's a site called Vamper, and somebody that watched my YouTube channel messaged me through that site. So that was really cool. So I think it's really cool that some of you guys are local. Iron Soldier. Oh, what language is that? It looks like Greek. No? I was trying to learn Greece. Well, hello, Iron Soldier. Too bad there's not a translate option on this thing. Um, Serbian. Oh, right on. That's cool. Yeah, that's another thing that's kind of cool. So, like, if I go on YouTube Analytics and I look, there's like, some of you guys are from like all over. Um, yes, you can come to LA anytime you want, but be warned, it's crowded. Um, and parts of LA are really hot right now. But if you come to LA, you can see a blue whale like I did. I saw a blue whale. Let me brag some more. And I put a video on Instagram. And oh, you guys want to follow me on Instagram? I have an Instagram account. It's under like my stage name. So it's at one Reeve Infini. REVEINFINI. So you can you can follow me on Instagram if you want. Yeah, that's totally cool. Some of you guys I've met and are super cool. Hey, do you know I cannot go to Canada because I have a criminal record? I was actually talking to my sister-in-law. Did we have lunch today? Yeah, we did. We went to lunch. We went to Borden, Hungary, which is this really cool place, like a burger place, but they have like a vegan menu and a regular menu. So we went there for lunch. But there was a point to my story. Oh yeah, she went on a road trip of the Pacific Northwest and she went to Canada, and I was asking her like, how old am I? Why? Don't you know you're never supposed to ask a woman her age? Old enough. I'm a grown-ass woman. How about that? I stole that from somebody else. So, yes. What was I saying? Trinidad, that is so cool. X. If you really want to know my age that bad, you can email revenfinnyfan@gmail.com and I'll message you back my age. But it really is irrelevant, don't you think? I'm well into my adulthood. Well into my adulthood. Like well into my adulthood. You know what? It's super fun doing this. If enough of you guys like say like next time if I put like I think it's cool to do a live every now and then. So if there's enough of you that want to hang out and chat and learn, do stuff on live, I mean, I'll do more of them. This is only like the second one I've done on this channel. I used to do lives on Reddit, but that was only playing music. And now you can't go live on Reddit anymore. But yes. Okay, so here's my plan tonight. I've been trying to record this new song, but I'm probably going to sit on my ass in front of the TV and watch The Bachelorette because I've been feeling very unmotivated today. Hi! So yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. I have a new song coming out. I would love it if you guys checked it out when I post it. I'm just gonna post like a video of it. What, kitty? Come here. Hold on, you guys. Come here. I was going to show you my cat, but she didn't, she ran. Do you guys want to see my place? I have nothing to talk about, so I'll show you my paintings. See this? This is so cool. Check it out. So in my second psychotic episode, I was, okay, let me just finish this story because it's super cool about the painting. who's a street artist. I was in my second psychotic episode, and I talked to street performers and anyone else that would talk to me, and I met this guy who did spray paint art. And so we asked him to paint that, and he painted it. What do you think about Eastern Europeans? Also, I am Orthodox Christian. I think that people everywhere who believe whatever they believe are cool. Personally, I am no longer like really religious or anything. I never really was religious, but I did go to church regularly and like sing in a choir and stuff. But I no longer share those same beliefs. I'm more like believe in meditation and the power of like there's this book I read, and like the whole thing is like, it's called The Untethered Soul. I've mentioned it several times on this channel. But it's by this guy named Michael Singer, and he talks about viewing your thoughts, which is yeah. Oh, you liked it? I love it. It changed my life, right? It's an amazing. It really is an amazing book. It's very repetitive, but you kind of need that to understand it. Or to let it sink in. I want to read it again, but I gave mine away last time I was in the psychiatric hospital. I gave my copy away to someone, which is fine. Kitty, come on, don't do that. Oh, okay, Google, stop. I told that alarm to go off at 6:50, not 7:50. Is it 7:50, right? It has to be 7:50, right? Right? Because I tuned in at 7, right? Anyways, you guys should get that book. It's kind of like DBT, dialect behavioral therapy, but it's a way of thinking. It's like, you know, the whole idea that you are not your thoughts, you're observing your thoughts. So like you are, like I'm thinking, but I'm like really me is the one watching myself thinking. Like he says, you know, like, who are you? And if you say, you know, like I'm so-and-so, blah, 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 I live it, da, 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 da. You're not that person a couple years later. You're someone completely different. So who are you, you know? And you're the person viewing your thoughts. Was that an audible verb? Hopefully not. Kitty, look at her. She's crazy. She's crazy. So yeah, Bachelor in the background. Our little humble abode. These are really cool plants. I don't know what kind they are, but they tell you when they're thirsty. Uh-oh. Kitty, leave Sweetie alone, please. Sweetie's on the chair. She's not happy. Chanel, you are busted. Oh shit, it's 4 a.m. That's why I told you. That's why I told you to tell me what time to do it. Okay, so it's 4 a.m. So we have to do a live that works with Chanel's schedule. So if it's 4 a.m. there, where the hell are you? What Hill Witch? There is a a couple of them. There's 3 of them. One's a little troll. Mars. I love you, Earth, whoever you are. It's always fun to see you there. Always. You know who I haven't heard from in a while or seen in a while is Brown Redactivist. So if you're out there, say hi. Or if you see this at some point, say hi. It's 5 a.m. here. Peace from the Netherlands. I bet it's beautiful there. South Africa is 9 hours ahead of you guys. Okay, so then I would have to do one. So if I did one even at 12, it would be 9 o'clock your time. So I would have to do one probably like at like 11 a.m. UFO God. Mystery. 100. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Your 7 p.m. is our 4 a.m. Yeah, so, okay, so I will do, is 9 o'clock too late for you? I can do what are you doing awake at 4 a.m.? Don't you have bipolar disorder? You need to go to bed. But yeah, seriously. Okay, so I will do, next time I do a live, it will be like at 10 a.m. If I do that, hopefully you'll tune in, or, I'll be here again with hopefully the rest of you lovely people. No. No, sugar doesn't really. The only thing that affects me and my mood is caffeine. Caffeine will make me angry. Thank you so much, Chanel. Thank you. I love you. You're awesome. I love that you help animals. I love that you're vegan. I don't not love the rest of you guys because of that, FYI, if you're not vegan. I love you too, but yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much for all of your positive encouragement and all the love that you have sent me. And I know some of you guys just tuned in, and I hate to leave you, Chanel, but I've been on for like almost an hour, and you really need to go to sleep. You shouldn't be up at 4 a.m. Go back to bed. But yeah, so unless anybody has any questions, I'm going to be signing off pretty soon. And Chanel, the next time I do a live, it will be at 12 in the afternoon. Going to school too. Okay, bye you guys. Okay, Miss Seaside Hill Wedge. Don't give up. Go to school for animals. Don't let COVID. It sucks. I know it really disrupted a lot of people's lives. No, you don't want to have a pet tiger. They're terribly, terribly dangerous. How about a big cat? Like, they have cats that are really, bye, Beautifully Broken, bye, Chanel. I will let you know ahead of time. Dude, don't be sad. I made cookies. You can watch it back. I made some really good cookies. So actually, I might be able to eat those now because they really only need to sit for like a half an hour in the refrigerator. I love you too. Chanel, you're awesome. You're my hero. I wish I had the balls to run a sanctuary. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Can you guys see this behind me? This is what my dog does. Just over and over and over again. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you later. Bye.